Hello, everybody. I'm SS the Showstopper, and I'm here with the Devil Advocate channel. I hope everyone is okay. Today is the 3rd of June 2023, and now I want to speak on a social media sensation vlogger. I think the person is a vlogger by the name of King Tavi. And I see he's uploading videos or he's going live and he's spiraling, basically spiraling on social media, and he's complaining about a whole lot of things. Him writing songs for renowned artist and controversial artist Tommy Lee, who was just recently released from prison. He wrote some of Tommy Lee's, according to him, he wrote some of Tommy Lee's hit songs, and he's speaking on people who are against him in social media, people, other vloggers who don't like him or who is against him and he's not getting views, all these kind of things, a whole lot of things that he's saying, and he's basically, venting his frustration, and it seems like he's not well because his eyes look glazed, he look wild, and he's all over the place with his argument. And so a lot of people are saying that they want to pray for him and they want to contact him to get in touch to find out if he's okay before he harm himself or anything like that. And it's fair for us to use our humanity and want to reach out to someone who we see on the internet, and they're obviously not doing well or in a great position or in a happy mode or the mode that they are used to. But one thing I want people to understand is that King Tavi situation, who he's a comedian. King Tavi's situation is what I would call natural and inevitable. Natural means that this is what happens when you do this. Inevitable means that it's bound to happen, whether you like it or not. Comedians, for those who don't know, comedians are people who are morbidly depressed. Comedians are people who are always depressed. That's why they turn to comedy, because in turning to comedy, it's like taking tragedy and making a joke out of it or a mockery out of it. And you can actually stand in front of a large crowd and put on a facade to entertain and amuse people, to take the spotlight off your depression and whatever it is that you're going through. So now we are using social media because we're in a technology era. So we use social media. We don't necessarily have to stand on a stage in front of a wide audience, but the spirit is the same, the energy is the same. Comedians are always, you will never find a comedian out there that's not going through a serious depression. You understand? And comedy is one of those kind of art that is skewed. The image of King Tavi also, and I'm not saying King Tavi as in King Tavi, I'm talking King Tavi as in a comedian. The image of a King Tavi and comedians, especially in the black community, I spoke about it, I think, years ago in a video that I had, and I said that there are 5 stereotypes that are out there of black people, and those are the only 5 stereotypes that the media use. Post-slavery, during slavery and post-slavery, they put out 5 major stereotype of black people. So when you see these people, these are what you should expect. And they put it out because they want, not remember, not everywhere practiced slavery, not everywhere was a part of slavery, but they wanted you to believe what you see when a black person approaches you or when you're in the company or the area of a black person. These were the stereotypes that they put out of black people for you to believe that's their character, that's a representation of them, that's their identity, not just their skin tone. And I use black in quotation because I don't believe anybody walking around is black. And one of the stereotypes is the shook and jive, bojangles, the laughing sambo, or what we would call, or in essence, the great idiot, the one who makes a mockery of himself to appease, be obsequious, to appease to a certain mass of people. Back then, they would make mockery of their own people, of their own black people, in quote. They would make mockery of each other to appease to white people, to entertain, because that's how they fed themselves, that's how they stay afloat, that's how they were treated differently from others. They will get certain privileges that made them different or made them feel as if they were different or they were better than other black people. And so it was like a release therapy for them. You understand me? And that's one of the stereotypes that the world put out of black people. So that's why you will find so many comedians are extremely successful, because they play into the stereotype. And one of the stereotype is the Bojangles, the shook and jive, laughing Sambo. You understand me? He can make a mockery of his own people. He can disgrace his own people. He can make dispra I'm sorry, disparaging remarks. He can be violent, brutal, and get away with it in comedy. Like I always say, racism is tolerated in two places mainly without any upheave, and that's through comedy, and the other one is pornography. I'll get back to that another time. But comedy is one of them. And yes, black people can be racist against each other, because if we go into the definition of racism versus breaking down systemic racism, you will realize that black people have the ability to practice it, whether through colorism, whether through classism, whether it's through opportunity, privileges. Black people will exercise it. Like I said, they will exercise it once one of those options present themselves. Depends on where they are and what they believe and what they choose to accept. And so we see comedians falling, especially in the black community, as I said before, falling into the stereotype. Ask a comedian out there throughout history, a black comedian, to make the same disrespect that he gives to his own people through comedy. Ask any of them to try it with their own self while on stage. Say those same remarks or make those same jokes about themselves in a subservient manner, in a subordinate manner, in a minute manner, in a reduction manner, and see if any one of them have the ability to do it. Not one of them will do it. Because if they do that, it's going to show who they really are, and nobody's going to find it funny. People are going to think that's a sick person standing in front of them. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing too, a lot of young people, and I'm from that generation of young people also. So, but I'm not going to include myself, even though I've had mishaps. Young people, especially in Jamaica, tend to think that they are more than God. You're more than positive energy. You're more than universe, what people call God. You're more than spirit. You are not more than it. A lot, they think that because they have the limelight on them, the heavy attention that they crave for, they finally get it. The money they want, they finally get it. The attention from girls or from guys, they finally get it. So they believe that they are above God, and they can do and they can say and they can act out and they can do anything, and thinking that's how it works. No, that's not how it works. The devil always gets its due. There's a reason I name my channel the Devil Advocate channel, because I know if I name it Jesus or God channel, who I want to send the message to would not get it. But I know people come over here and their first question is always asking me why I name my channel that. It's an eye-opening channel. I'm tapping to that side, and I've said it several times in so many videos. You understand me? Young people have a tendency to think that they are above God, or they are above what's out there. They can do anything and get away with it, and there's no consequences. You see, when you decide to behave a certain way on the internet for the world to see, you are basically selling your soul. You are selling your soul. You are handing over your soul, whether you like it or not. There are energies that you are transferring via the internet to people, and you don't know who is picking it up. You don't know who is seeing it. You don't know who wants it. You don't know who want that, because it's a hunt. It's like what this movie name? It's not Mindhunter. It's the movie Jennifer Lawrence. I'll get back to it. It's one of those kind of energy where people want soul, like the Neon Demon movie, another movie out there. People want your soul. People want it. People want the fame that you have. People want the attention that you're getting. People want the money that you're making. And you are basically being a comedian and doing all these kind of shook and jive, and you're selling your soul to people. You're selling your soul for whatever gains that you want to acquire in life, and people are picking it up. Their energies around you. I am sorry, not sorry. You have to learn the harsh reality, whether you like it or not. Their energies around you that are accepting it, that are seeing it, and they can easily manipulate it. I don't need a photo from you. I do not need your DNA. I do not need anything from you in order to twist it around. And this promotion of witchcraft that these artists are doing, you are putting a time bomb on your own self, whether you like it or not. For those who are out there promoting it, for those who are out there thinking that, oh, yeah, me go consult a witch doctor, and me go this and me go that, and setting up altars of demonic entities and energy, you are putting a time bomb on yourself. The devil always gets its due. You are putting a time bomb on yourself. There's nothing funny about what you're doing. This is what happens when people believe that they are gods. They want to think that they are invincible or invincible. There isn't a consequence. There isn't a consequences for your actions. The slaves prayed. The slaves prayed. The slaves they asked God for direction in whatever it is that they were doing. They prayed when they were oppressed by the slave masters. They prayed and they asked God for direction, to make the right decision, to strategize for their freedom to live out of oppression. It's our duty to pray, to maintain it. You understand me? You people are doing some things and pulling some energy, some demonic energy, and tampering it, think it's something is funny about it. Our make millions and it's not 100 million is nothing. And listen to me. You think this thing is a joke? You think it is a game you're playing out there, and you are the younger generation doing something like that? You're a younger generation that tiny children coming up are looking up to. And that's a message that you're putting out there. You're putting a time bomb on yourself. You cannot kill music, you know. That's the thing. Music is energy. You can't kill it. You cannot kill it. Someone else will come and will do the same thing. Someone else will come and will do the same thing and you will live to see their demise just the same. What is wrong with young people in society? Why you're putting out these kind of music, these violent music, this music of killings? A long time people were speaking on violent music and people were making excuses for it, that it's mere entertainment. It's because you're generating money from it. Once the revenues can be generated from it to sustain people, luxury lifestyle or luxurious lifestyle, there is always an excuse. It's just like pornography. Once they're making billions from it, but tomorrow morning 200 million, all morality kicks in. It dropped to 200 million, they're only generating from it. All morality kick in, and they want to ban it, and they're tabling it to get it banned. That's just how the cookies in a capitalist country. This kind of music that you guys put out, you are proudly coming to say that you wrote these songs for Tamili, and you're saying that it's hit songs. I don't know, his hit songs are the demonic songs them and stuff like that. Those were his hit songs. So I can only put two and two together and say those are, because you're not speaking on which songs you wrote for him. I don't know if you get a cease and desist letter or something, or you sign non-disclosure agreement not to reveal the songs that you wrote for Tamili. But you coming out and saying that you wrote those kind of music for him, what you thought was going to happen? What you thought you were going to sail off into the sunset and live happily ever after? No, the devil coming for his due right now, and that's what's happening to you. That is what's happening to you, King Tavi, and there will be many more out there that will start to unravel, that will go into manic depression. There are many out there who will end up in that same field. People judge me by my physical appearance. Yes, I have been there. I've done music. As I tell you before, I do music. I'm changing up a lot of things about me because I don't want that energy on me. I don't want that energy on me, and that's why that's one of the reasons I haven't been back in the studio. But I've been writing, I've been listening, I've been, doing a lot of things. I've been recording also. But you can't be putting out these things and not expecting something in return. What you put is what you get. You will get it back in return. And it's not going to make you happy. The woman that you're hunting for attention to see will never be enough. It will never be enough. I hear men saying that they want to die. If they die, they want to die under Viagra. That's demonic. You want to die under whoredom. That's demonic. That's demon. There's absolutely nothing to gain in it. You want heavy attention so much. There are people out there who will capture people's energy, people's spirit, and twist it. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to know what you're doing and be careful of what you're doing. You have done it. No, it can reverse. You can change it. You can change it, King Tavi and all the other people out there. It's simple. You will, because one thing Jamaica will do, whether we like it or not, whether any of us like it or not, we will bend at the knee. We will bend at the knee, whether we like it or not. And bending at the knee means praying. Whether we like it or not, that's what we have to do. That's what we are going to do. That's what we will do, whether we like it or not. The Bible verse said, suffer the children to come unto me. Suffer, what does suffer mean? What does suffer means? Long pain, destruction, until they come to know God. What have God done to any of you? Why you turning your back? Why you turning your back? There's a time when I turn my back on God, and a whole lot of things started happening. A whole lot of things. And you know what I did? I bent at the knee. And when I bent at the knee and saw a miracle, and so I didn't even know that my prayers could be answered so quickly. I didn't even know that. It was shocking. I was shocked because I didn't even know. And I was saying to myself, but who am I? Jesus prayed. The Bible says, and for those who don't believe in God, remember there are other religious books that speak about God, that speaks about Jesus. I'm sorry. There are other religious books that spoke about Jesus. There are other religious books that spoke about the flood, the great flood, Noah Ark. There are a whole lot of other religious books that speak about it. Jesus prayed. John the Baptist prayed. Paul prayed. Isaiah prayed. Jeremiah, the weeping prophet, he prayed. So I don't know why y'all think that you're so big and mighty, so that all you need is money, and when you get money you're invincible and nobody can tell you anything, and nobody. If Bill Gates is a very powerful man, so is Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. These are some of the richest men in the world, and they are very powerful. And I am 150% certain that not one of them can go to any of the bank where their money is at and take out $1 billion and just withdraw it to do whatever just like that. They will have to meet at the table to find out the purpose of it and why and how it will affect bank, how it will affect the books, how it will affect accounts, how it will affect the economy, before they just give him a 1 or a 2 billion to go splurge. None of you are bigger than God, and that's the problem. King Tavi, you just thought that you were bigger than God. You thought that you were bigger. You might not say it, you might not think it, but subliminally that's what took place. The action is that of a person who was bigger than God. And a lot of them out there, artists upon artists, a lot of them out there, a lot of people out there that are making a lot of money are telling themselves that they are bigger than God. It takes one straw to break the camel back. One straw to break the camel back. You bend at the knee and pray for deliverance. Pray to overcome. Pray for the bad energy to be removed. I always tell people, when you're up high and you feel that you're invincible, you're in a happy season, you should know that's the time. That's the time you should pray. Because you see, when the bad season comes in, it will be a little bit too late to be praying. It might just be a little bit too late when the bad season comes in. Because everything has its season, everything has an expiration date. You people put a time bomb on yourselves. A time bomb on yourselves. And that's why you're turning to the internet and starting to unravel. You won't be the last. There will be several more that will come on the internet and unravel just the same. A lot of things that are being promoted, a lot of things that are being said, a lot of things that are being done. It's wrong. It's not right. It seems to me, as I said, the black community don't know wrong from right anymore. We don't know left from right. We don't know wrong from right. We don't know up from down. We don't know if we're going forward or backward. We don't know if we're going inside or up or inside or out, up or down. We can't tell. We don't have a sense of direction. It's like somebody put a spell. It's like a curse on the black community. A curse. The senseless killings. The senseless killings. The senseless killings. And it's being done by rich men, millionaire, guys who have money. They're not broke. They're not feeding for a night dinner. That's a curse. What would you call that? Is that a blessing? Is that will? That's a curse. You're using your talent to channel some devil low vibration. Chronicler is one of them. Your music chronicler. You have talent, but you are inspired by the devil. You're not inspired by God. You have the talent. You have a talent from God, but it is being inspired by the devil. I am sorry, not sorry. He's not the only one. Sking also. And yes, it's a collective effort because you have to blame the producers also because it's what they are demanding, because it's what they think will sell. And they are about their money. But you cannot poison people just so you and your family can have a night dinner. No. You cannot poison people because at some point in time, somebody's going to poison you. Chronicler, your music is of low, low vibration, and it is way worse than a person that is singing pure violence. You know why it is worse? Because your music is sending two messages. Your music is telling people what they are going through and what they can relate to, which is bad. And then your music turn around and telling people to exercise revenge, kill people for fun, kill people if they not learn, kill people. I mean, come on. Come on. I am not going to take your talent away from you. That's not what I'm going to do. You remind me of a black Eminem, because Eminem was touching places where a certain level of people who were going through the same thing were believed they were silenced, or no one would relate to them. You understand me? You also remind me of Rod Wave, because Rod Wave has the same sound. Rod Wave has the same image. Rod Wave, who is a rapper, he's a black rapper, and he's very large in build. He has the same message, the same image. I used to listen to these people, and I used to respect their music and respect their craft. But then when I realized the message that is behind the music, it's not just their talent. The message that is behind the music is very demonic. It's a low, low in vibration. That's why your tone is like that. You can't go on a higher tone. Your tone is very low in the music. It's a low vibration, and it coincides with the food that is around us that we're eating. So it just makes us docile, like our brain calcified. So I can't say to Chronicler to change your music, because obviously so many people have told you before, I'm sure. So many people have said, yeah, they like it. Some people have said, no, it too. I can't, because I know you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to care, because as I say, little money can't tell big money what to do. And if you're lesser than them, or they consider me inferior to them, I can't tell them what to do. But just remember that what you put out is what you are going to get. What you put out is what you're going to get. And you're not preaching anything positive in the black community that is already deplorable, that is already decimated, that's already pulverized, that's already reduced. It's like a curse. It's like witchcraft. It's like demonic. It's very macabre, and it doesn't seem to have any ending. Big up to Queen Ifrica, we're speaking out. But Queen Ifrica, you need to stand in your truth firmly. As I said to you, that the most you will do, the most you will accomplish from it is spreading awareness. I said it in my previous video. The most you will accomplish in your video is spreading awareness. But at the end of the day, these people will not listen. But at least if you stand firm in your truth and stop trying to use euphemism on these artists, there's nothing to euphemize. That's my word. There's nothing to make good then of a bad situation. It is what the hell it is. Vybz Kartel, people saying free world boss. Free world boss, why? Vybz Kartel didn't tell anybody that he wanted any form of freedom. It's just that simple. You abide by the law. Prison has laws. And it was made for people who don't want to conform to the law while free. But that's another subject for another day. The music, King Tavi, I'm going back to King Tavi, is not the only one. He's just the one that stands out like a sore thumb. King Tavi is not the only one. But I am telling you, people out there, that the things that you're doing, the things that you're putting out, the type of things that you're putting out, and the message that you're sending, you understand me? Somebody out there, I mean, let me tell you something. If in case you don't know, there's a reason a King Tavi is famous. There's a reason Spice is famous. There's a reason Shenseea is famous. There's a reason Miss Kitty is famous. These people fall into the 5 stereotypes. I will break it down for you one day. But there's a reason they're setting the algorithm. If you notice, all the vloggers that are on social media, the social media sensations like Ivani, Brittany, World Dog, who else out there that's always twip twip, and Shibada and all these kind of characters. There's a reason they are always having high views and high subscribers. There's a reason for it. Somebody set the algorithm because they are part of the stereotype also. As I said, I will break it down one day, but somebody who is in charge is reminding you that that's one of the image that you must have of black people. So they set the algorithm so those are the persons who will always get the attention. You don't know they are being programmed, Black people is programmed, Whether you think that you have money, you ain't escaping nothing. The very underwear that you have on is somebody wants you to wear that underwear. The pants that you're wearing, somebody wants you to wear it. There's a reason you don't see somebody in full Burberry print. There's a reason you don't see somebody in full, a white person full Burberry print or Gucci print out. There's a reason only black people wear it. There's a reason for that. All these people are stereotypes. Put Spice in Sweden or Shenseea in Sweden or in Australia and see if they would become a big star or a big super artist like they do in these third world countries. Put them there and you will see what happened. You wouldn't live long enough to see that. There was a Fifi Dobson in Canada. She did like rock music and so where's Fifi Dobson today? Because these people are not stereotype. She's a black female. There's Amela Rue. She was a biracial female R&B artist. Her songs were really nice. But guess what? She wasn't a part of the stereotype. She wasn't a part of the slavery stereotype of black people. So these people will never see the light of success that they want to. The negative imagery of black people is what constantly circulating, and this is why the Sukiyana and all this. I mean, when that woman says some things, do you know that she speaks purely demonic things? And she think it's funny. She think it is funny. King Tavi, Jamaica. King Tavi's out there, not King Tavi. King Tavi's out there, Jamaica. We need to bend at the knee. Like I said, I am not perfect. I am not perfect. I like to put out a sexy imagery of myself every now and then. You can see it on my TikTok. I ain't perfect. I never said I was, but I have a message and I can send it to you. I can help save a person that is going down. You understand me? I can help save a person that is going down. And I'm saying the King Tavis out there, the Jamaicans out there that are promoting witchcraft. You don't see me out there promoting witchcraft. You don't see me out there saying science and man this and you don't see me out there doing it. And I'm saying to you people, it is leading to nothing good. You will never have a good ending. Jamaica will not see a good ending. It needs to change. It needs to change. You need to stop. You need to stop. There's nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny about it. A lot of things that are taking place on the island never used to happen before. Never used to happen before. I hope you people listen. I hope you can send the message out to all the names called. I hope that you people can actually acknowledge it and see that there's some seriousness and truth to what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.